What's going on, guys? Josh here from Momentum Productions, and today I'm going to be covering some of the best settings that you can have for the Zhiyun crane version 1, version 2, and the crane 2. In this video, I'm going to be working with the crane 2. However, you can apply similar settings to the first generation of the crane as well. The first thing you want to do is download the ZY Play app for either Android or iOS. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and turn on your gimbal. Once you've turned on your gimbal, go ahead and open up the ZY Play app. Then press on Connect Your Device and select your device. Next, you want to press on the gear icon. This will access your parameters and settings. It's located on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. So as soon as you open up that gear icon, you'll be greeted with multiple options. First off is the follow rate, then control rate, smooth degrees, dead zone, and reverse control. Let's start off by talking about the follow rate. Now, when we take a look at our gimbal, we'll notice that as soon as we make a movement, for example, a pan to the left or pan to the right, how does it know how quickly to move to that given direction? Left, right, or even the tilt. How fast should it move up or down or left and right? That's where this parameter setting comes into play. So we can make manual adjustments. Now, in my honest opinion, I feel like everybody should use the trial and error process in order to find the best parameter settings. But I know a lot of you have been emailing me and asking me on Facebook to give you my exact same settings that I have on my crane. So in this video, I'm gonna be doing just that. So make sure you either write down these settings or just use this video as a constant reference whenever you're setting your parameters. Let's start off with the tilt. Honestly, I'm really happy with the default setting being at 80. I like that speed of the tilt. But let's test out 100. Then click Save. As soon as you press on the Save button, another window will pop up asking you to name that parameter setting. As soon as you press Save, it will write to the circuit board onto the crane. Now we can test out the tilt. It's a lot slower than it used to be. You know what? I'm gonna leave my tilt at 100. I'm actually liking it a lot more than 80. Now let's move over to the pan. Currently the pan is set at 60. And you know what? I'm gonna leave it at that speed. I'm really liking it. The roll setting does not apply to us here, since the roll is not following our movements. So let's move down to the control rate. This is another speed setting. However, it focuses on your joystick. So we can control the speed of our joystick. So if we want to pan right or pan left, we can actually change that speed. For me, I have all of the settings here set to default, and I'm happy with that. So you can actually try out a slower speed or a faster speed. It's all up to you. Let's see what a fast tilt can give us. It's a little bit too fast for me, so if you want to reset it or simply go back to its original setting, feel free to do that. I believe it was set at 25, so let's go back to 25 here. Perfect. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that control speed. Same thing goes for the roll and pan option. So for example, if we go into full follow mode, by pressing the mode button twice, we will have access to the roll control. This is where that setting applies. So you can change the speed at how fast you want your roll to move. As I said earlier, I'm really happy with the default settings here, so I'm gonna keep them the same. Next in the parameters is the smooth degree. Basically what this setting does is it adjusts the ease into full movement. So what does that mean? So as you notice, as we tilt up, or tilt down, or pan left, or pan right, the gimbal slowly eases in to the full speed of that motion. So we can change how long that ease in lasts for. That's what that setting is all about. So watch this. We are going to increase the smooth degree to 200 and then press save. We're going to do this on the tilt. So with the 200 setting, you can see that the tilt ease in is a lot longer than previously. For some people, it might be too much of an ease in. People like me want to keep it at 100 because sometimes I shoot fast-paced moving subjects. So I'm going to keep it at 100, along with the rest of the axes. Next, let's talk about the dead zone. This is probably the most important setting in my opinion. At what degree of motion do you want your gimbal to follow you? Currently, I have my deadband setting set at 5 degrees, which means that if I turn my pan over 5 degrees to the left or 5 degrees to the right, that is when the gimbal motion will start following my arm's motion. So when we increase the deadband degree, we will actually need to turn the handle over more to the left or to the right in order for the gimbal to kick in with our movements. Let me demonstrate this for you. I'm going to work with the pan here. I'm going to increase it from 5 to, let's say, 30 degrees. Save. Watch what's going to happen. It's going to take more turning of the handle in order for the gimbal to follow my motion. You see how much more I'm having to turn the handle to the left or to the right in order for the gimbal to start moving with me? We're increasing that deadband. So it's going to take more motion from your hand for the gimbal to move. Let me demonstrate this for you on the tilt axis as well. Let's increase the tilt from 2 degrees also to 30 degrees. Let's see what happens. You see how much I have to tilt up the gimbal's handle in order for it to start tilting up? It's quite a bit. Let's bring it back down to its original setting, which I believe was 2 degrees. So let's bring it down to 2. Now let's see what this did to the tilt. See that? Now I don't have to bring up the handle as much anymore for the gimbal to start moving along. So that is how deadband works. Finally, we have the reverse control. And all this does is it reverses the controls on the joystick. So up becomes down, left becomes right, and so on and so forth. That one's an easy one. So guys, that is how I adjust my parameters for my Zhiyun crane. Thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see what you create. And also, please don't forget to give this video a big like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel with notifications on. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.